My dear students, in the previous videos I have discussed about the Mendels Law. In Mendels Law, I hope you remember till now that law of dominance describes that according to the law, when two or more sets of contrasting character are crossed, the F1 hybrid have both the contrasting gene of a pair, but only one can express itself and it does not allow the other to appear. The one that is expressed is dominant and the other which do not express is called the recessive. While in the law of segregation, I have mentioned here, according to Mendel, that the hybrid which are produced by the crossing of the two different type of parent bear two different alleles of the same gene that are responsible for a particular trait. For example, here I am taking an example of the pod color of the pea seed. So in the case of pod color, so green pod is dominant over the yellow pod. So the alleles may be one for the green, another for the yellow pod. So here you see they do not blend each other in the F1 hybrid. The offsprings which are produced in the F1 either may be green or may be yellow. There is no intermediate color, isn't it? So that is the allele pair in a gene do not blend each other during gamete formation. They segregate separately from each other. So this is about law of segregation. But this law of dominance and law of segregation does not get fit with every type of plant. There comes some exception. Now this exceptional phenomena is called incomplete dominance, which was discovered by Carl Correns, another scientist. Now in these conditions, in few plants, what happens? The dominant trait which completely cannot express itself in the F1 and dominate the recessive trait. So there is a blending of character. So here both the law of dominance and law of segregation is nullified, isn't it? So here I am giving an example to you to make it very clear. So what is the example? The example is of snapdragon or Mirabilis jalapa. Mirabilis jalapa is a very common Indian plant that you can see in your garden or here and there, just blooming during the evening time, or else it is also known as 4 o'clock plant because it blooms in the evening time or afternoon, late afternoon time. So in this Mirabilis jalapa, what happens if the red flower of Mirabilis jalapa plant, red flower plant of Mirabilis jalapa is crossed with a white flower plant, the F1 generation obtained is pink in color. So it is an intermediate color produced in the F1 generation. And when these two pink color plants are selfed, the F2 hybrids that are obtained are in the ratio of 1:2:1. That means 1 red, 2 pink and 1 white. So here genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, as well as the phenotypic ratio is also 1:2:1 because 1 red, 2 pink and 1 white. So this is about incomplete dominance. So hope you understood what is incomplete dominance.